Hello there, I'm Mary Hartman. I'm Director of Education.
And I'm Katie Johnstone, the Education Coordinator.
The Riotous Youth internship began in 2014, thanks to the inspiration and instigation of the youth themselves, because they wanted to continue performing, exploring, and making meaning of Shakespeare's plays. The program has continued to evolve in successive years with the insights, interests, and imaginations of the participating youth.
This year was no exception. In April, the Riotous Youth joined our team and together pieced out the program. What pieces could we keep, what could be adapted, and what had to go? From there, with a grace, a compassion, and resilience as beautiful as any of a strong theater ensemble, they imagined the program anew.
We admire their fortitude, we're inspired by their courage, and we are honored to introduce their showcase.
Thank you for tuning in. And please make sure you catch all 3 acts of A Shakesperiment, presented by the marvelous, beauteous, riotous youth.
Hi, I'm Reese Cowley.
Hi, my name is Sunshine O'Donovan.
Hi, my name is Kyla Kondo.
Hi, my name is Mackenzie Page.
I'm Joelle Waiminga, and we all live, work, and play on the traditional and unceded territory of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh First Nations.
Hi, I'm Ryan, and I am on the territory of the Kutsi, Semiahmoo, Kwantlen, and other Coast Salish peoples.
Hi, my name is Danny Soretsky, and I'm on the traditional territory of the Lekwungen-speaking people, also known as the Songhees and Esquimalt First Nations.
Hello, my name is Allie Grams, and I would like to acknowledge that I am on the territory of the Blackfoot Confederacy, which is the Siksika, Kainai, and Piikani First Nations, as well as the Tsuut'ina Nation, the Nakota Nation, and the Métis Nation of Region 3.
Hello, my name is Sarah Mercier, and I would like to acknowledge that I am on Treaty 6 territory. These are the traditional lands of the Cree, Dene, Blackfoot, Nakota Sioux, Saulteaux, and Métis peoples.
My name is Sarah Gargaro, and I am so humbled to acknowledge that I work, play, and create on the unceded territory of the Okanagan and Syilx peoples.
Hi, my name is Valeria Ascolese, and I am humbled and thankful to acknowledge that I was on the ancestral territories of the Coquitlam First Nations and the Squamish First Nations, otherwise known as Coquitlam and North Vancouver, while doing this internship.
Quality of mercy is not strained.
Droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath.
It is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives and him that takes.
'Tis the mightiest in the mightiest.
It becomes the throned monarch better than his crown.
His scepter shows the force of temporal power, the attribute to awe and majesty, wherein doth sit the dread and fear of kings.
But mercy is above this sceptred sway.
It is enthroned in the hearts of kings. It is an attribute to God himself.
And earthly power doth then show likest gods, and when mercy seasons justice.
Therefore, soul, though justice be thy plea, consider this, that in the course of justice none of us should see salvation.
We do pray for mercy. And that same prayer doth teach us all to render the deeds of mercy.
Voy a desaparecer. Desaparecer de tu vida.
This sessions, to our great grief, we pronounce, even pushes against our heart.
¿Qué quieres que te diga? ¿Que te amo? ¿Que confiese a una infidelidad que nunca sucedió?
The party tried, the daughter of a king, our wife, and one of us too much beloved.
Voy a desaparecer. La hija del rey, tu esposa, la amada, desaparecerá de tu vida. Preguntarán por mí y tú dirás que estoy muerta.
Let us be cleared of being tyrannous, since we so openly proceed in justice.
Mi existencia no te vale nada. Mis palabras son gotas de agua que caen en el océano.
Which shall have due course, even to the guilt or the purgation.
Frágiles en comparación a tu fuerza física. Pero cada una se acumulará. Creando un océano con una fragancia crepitante, volviéndose más potente y más grande que tu fuerza física.
Produce the prisoner.
It is His Highness's pleasure that the Queen appear in person here in court.
Hoy son 45 días desde que me usurpaste la vida. 45 días preguntándome cómo tus celos lograron hacer esto. 45 días de insolación en esta prisión. 45 días sin abrazos, sin tocar a nadie, sin interacción humana. Solo yo en soledad. Mi única compañera es la luz del día y la luz de las velas en la noche.
Silence. Read the indictment.
Hermione, queen to the worthy Leontes, king of Sicilia.
Thou art here accused and arraigned of high treason, in committing adultery with Polixenes, king of Bohemia, and conspiring with
Camillo to take away the life of our sovereign lord, the king, thy royal husband.
The pretense whereof being by circumstances partly laid open, thou, Hermione, contrary to the faith and allegiance of a true subject, didst counsel and aid them for their better safety to fly away by night.
Hermione, queen to the worthy Leontes, king of Sicilia, thou art here accused and arraigned of high treason, in committing adultery with Polixenes, king of Bohemia, and conspiring with Camillo to take away the life of our sovereign lord the king, thy royal husband, the pretense whereof being
Hermione.
Since what I am to say must be but that which contradicts my accusation and the testimony on my part. No other but what comes from myself. It shall scarce boot me to say, not guilty. Mine integrity, being counted falsehood, shall, as I express it, be so received. But thus, if powers divine behold their human actions as they do, I doubt not then that innocence shall make false accusation blush.
and tyranny tremble at patience. You, my lord.
My lord. Mi señor.
Best know. You at least will seem to do so. My past life hath been as continent, as chaste, as true, as I am now unhappy. For life I prize it, as I weigh grief, which I would spare. For honor, 'tis a derivative from me to mine, and only that I stand for.
I ne'er heard yet that any of these bolder vices wanted less impudence to gainsay what they did than to perform it first.
That's true enough, though 'tis a saying, sir, not due to me.
You will not
own
it.
Not own it.
Lo tengo todo planeado. Paulina me ayudará. La única solución es desaparecer de tu vida y pretender mi muerte.
Who is it that calls? Is it my lady mother? Is she not down so late or up so early? What unaccustomed cause procures her hither?
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I'm not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death? What, wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live. Therefore, have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
So shall you feel the loss, but not the friend which you weep for.
Feeling so the loss cannot choose, but ever weep the friend.
Well, girl, thou weepst not so much for his death, as that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo.
Villain, and he be many miles asunder.
God pardon him. I do with all my heart, and yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
Aye, madam. But from the reach of these my hands, would none but I might venge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it. Fear thou not, then weep no more. I'll send one in Mantua, where the same banished runagate doth live, shall give him such an unaccustomed dram, that he shall soon keep Tybalt company. And then, I hope, thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed. I never shall be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him. Dead is my poor heart for a kinsman vexed. Madam, if you could find out but a man to bear poison, I would temper it, that Romeo should, upon receipt thereof, soon sleep in quiet. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear him named, and cannot come to him. To wreak the love I bore my cousin upon his body that slaughtered him.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But now I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they, I beseech your ladyship?
Well, thou hast a careful father, child, one who, to put thee from thy heaviness, hath sorted out a sudden day of joy, that thou expect'st not, nor I looked not for.
Madam, in happy time, what day is that?
Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn, the gallant, young, and noble gentleman, the county Paris at St. Peter's Church, shall haply make thee there a joyful bride.
Now by St. Peter's Church, and Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste that I must wed, ere he that should be husband comes to woo. I pray you, madam, tell my lord and father I will not marry yet, and when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo. You know I hate rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Here comes your father now. Tell him so yourself, and see how he shall take it at your hands.
When the sun sets, the air doth drizzle dew, but for the sunset of my brother's son, it rains downright. How now? What, a conduit? Still in tears, evermore showering? In one little body thou counterfeit'st a bark, a sea, a wind, for still thy eyes, which I may call the sea, do ebb and flow with tears. The bark thy body is, sailing in this salt flood. The winds thy sighs, who, raging with thy tears, and they with them, without a sudden calm will overset thy tempest-tossed body. How now, wife? Have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
Soft, take me with you. Take me with you, wife. How will she none? Doth she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Doth she not count her blessed, unworthy as she is, that we have wrought so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate, that is meant love.
How now? Chop logic. What is this? Proud, and I thank you? And I thank you not, and yet not proud? Mistress Minion, you! Thank me no thankings, nor proud me no prouds. But fettle your fine joints 'gainst Thursday next, to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag thee on a hurdle thither. Out on you, green sickness carrion! Out, you baggage, you tallow face!
Fie, what, are you mad?
Good father, I beseech you on my knees. Hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Hang thee, young baggage, disobedient wretch. I tell thee what, get thee to church on Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me. My fingers itch. Wife? Yeah. We scarce thought us blessed, that God had lent us but this only child. But now I see that this one is one too much.
and that we have a curse in having her. Out on her, Hilding!
God in heaven bless her! You are to blame, my lord, to rate her so.
Oh, and why, my lady Wisdom? Hold your tongue, good Prudence. What's the matter with your gossips? Go.
I speak no treason.
Oh, God, ye Godden.
May not one speak?
Peace, you mumbling fool! Utter your gravity over a gossip's bowl, for here we need it not.
You are too hot.
God's bread, it makes me mad. Look, day, night, hour, time, work, play, alone, in company, still, my care hath been to have her matched. And having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, of fair domain, youthful and nobly trained, stuffed, as they say, with honorable parts, proportioned as one's thought would wish a man, and then to have a wretched, puling fool, a whining mammet in her fortune's tender to answer, I'll not wed, I cannot love, I am too young. I pray you pardon me. But as you will not wed, I'll pardon you. Graze where you will, you shall not house with me. Look to it, think on it. I do not use to jest. Thursday is near. Lay hand on heart, advise, and you be mine, I'll give you to my friend. And you be not? Hang, beg, starve, die in the streets, for by my soul I'll ne'er acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall never do thee good. Look to it. Bethink you, I'll not be forsworn.
Log on, my Ariel, come.
All hail, great master. Grave Sir Hail, I come.
What ho? Slave, Caliban. Log on thou, speak.
All hail, great conqueror, grave colonist.
Thou poisonous slave, got by the devil himself. Fine apparition, my quaint Ariel. Be wise upon you, teach them your ways.
My lord, it shall be done.
There's other business for thee, nymphs. I bid thee form a dangerous tempest.
Eager to wash up more slaves, my lord. Have we savages not performed quite true?
How now, moody? What is't thou canst demand? I have rescued thou from a life absent of strong leadership and innovation, slave.
I prithee, remember we have done thee worthy service, told thee no lies, made thee no mistakings. Spare Caliban, thou great rage for mercy.
If thou more murmurest, I will rend an oak, and peg thee in his naughty entrails till thou hast howled away 12 winters.
I have never required thy defense.
Prospero's threats no longer prove empty. Thy great reckless tongue shall catch thy demise.
Thy cowardice will seal our fate of assimilation. I must fight, so I may have liberty, old friend.
The only liberty thou wilt find is death.